Hi Rehan, hi guys, welcome to the preview of the Champions of IPL 2025. 2026, they had a brilliant IPL season, but a few casualties on the way of the IPL. Josh Hazelwood not playing the T20 World Cup, ruled out of the first phase of the IPL. Obviously, the standout bowler in the 25 season. A lot rests on the shoulder of Bhuvneshwar Kumar in terms of bowling workload, but I think there are a few other assets that can support him and get around. So you have Bhuvi, you have Krunal, you have Suyash, and you have someone like Jacob Duffy, or even if, for example, Romario Shepherd is there for a couple of overs. So you have ample ammunition in the bowling to restrict the flow of runs. But now coming to the first batting order, do you think Virat Kohli will open or he'll play at number three?
No, he'll have to open, of course. The best batter in the tournament, I feel he's been in a good form so far, and you want him to face the most number of balls going in, so he'll definitely open with Phil Salt.
And what does your batting lineup look like, Rehan, in your mind?
So it's a little tricky because I know the openers are set, but at number three, there's a lot of questions because Devdutt Padikkal has had a ridiculous tournament domestically and he's done very well. So ideally, I think he'll play at number three. But you have taken Venkatesh Iyer. He is again not looking in that great of a nick. Uh, you have Jacob Bethel who has done really well in the World Cup. So very tricky, but I'll still pick Padikkal ahead because I'll keep my foreign players for the bowling to come up.
Okay.
Number four, I believe, will be the captain Rajat Patidar. Five will be Tim David. Six would be Jitesh. Seven to be Romario Shepherd. Eight Krunal Pandya. Nine Bhuvneshwar. 10 Jacob Duffy. And 11 I'll pick Suyash. And the impact player would be another bowler. I see only
Correct.
Nuwan Tushara maybe, who is a foreign player, foreign bowler. So yeah. Or they
And
have also invested in Mangesh Yadav. Apparently, he bowls very quick. He's in the high 145. So you
okay.
could also see him make it to the side. Lot of news has been coming up regarding him. So it will be interesting if he gets a game time.
Interesting, and I think couple of questions on this. One is obviously the return of Josh Hazelwood. The moment he's available for RCB, I think he's a straight swap for Jacob Duffy, or isn't he?
Yeah, of course. I mean, Josh Hazelwood any day over any other bowler because he's done so well. But my concern for RCB is a little on the biggest picture because if you look at the players, Naman, they have not been in very great form. Speaking of Rajat Patidar, domestically he has not done that great. Krunal Pandya, with his batting, apparently his strike rate has only been 110. I know his primary role is that of a bowler, so nothing to worry there. But overall, Phil Salt also hasn't been in that great of a form. You saw how Tim David played in the World Cup. Again, he was looking out of place. So my concern is with the form of the players. You know the quality of the players, of course, because they were champions last time around. But the form is very concerning for me. So that will be the weakness that I look into this side.
The other question is, there was a player bought for 13.5 crores this auction, and he might have to sit out the entire IPL season because he has a few other better players, if not equal players, than him, especially Jacob Bethel. I think proven performer in the T20 World Cup semi-final. He scored a century. Despite that, he might not be a starter in the playing 11. As you mentioned, it will be a toss-up between Devdutt and Jacob, depends on who starts, and then what do they make of those opportunities. But Rehan, is there a chance you could just swap out the captain and put in Venkatesh Iyer at number four and give captaincy back to Kohli?
I
Yeah.
don't think that will happen, but if it was up to us, we would have definitely done it for sure. But yeah, if you see Naman, they are a team that is again very versatile. We have been talking about Punjab Kings earlier. Similar lines, they have a very versatile batting lineup. You can have Krunal Pandya play the anchor role if needed, if there is a loss of wickets early on. But yeah, Yash Dayal's, you know, entry to this team is a little unlikely. I don't know where the case is heading towards. So whether he'll perform or not is a question mark. He was a great performer for them last time around.
Great observations, Rehan. Now, like moving on to the next segment, I think you've pretty much summed up the analysis. So I know it'll be an obvious choice when I ask these questions. Three questions: where do you think RCB will end in the league stage? The other two: highest run scorer and highest wicket taker for RCB.
Um, Tricky one, but I'll pick an out of box bowler in Suyash Sharma to pick up
Okay,
the most number of wickets. Batting, I feel Virat Kohli will again have his say and score the most number of runs. But Naman, shocking. It might be a shocker to you, but I don't see them make it to the playoffs. I think it will be a mid-table finish, only because there are going to be 16 games in the IPL for each team.
correct.
Apparently, it's going to be the longest tournament in the history of the game, and you are going to only play 5 games at the Chinnaswamy. So I don't know how much of a disadvantage it might be for the team. That's my only point.
I like to contradict you on this statement because last year they were excellent outside of Chinnaswamy. They won 7 out of 7 away games. So I think that's where their batting depth might come into the picture because with Chinnaswamy, obviously, if Tim David isn't form and is batting at number 5, so he's a game changer. He can be that person that manages to give that extra 15-20 run margin. So let's see. But I think they'll make it to the top four, maybe not the top two, but definitely going into the eliminator. My highest run scorer would be Virat Kohli. The only thing I would like to see is if really it's 26 is just a repeat of 2016, then can he replicate that kind of a season? Will he have 973 runs kind of a season? Even if he manages to reach somewhere around that 700 run mark, it's good for RCB this season. So that's one thing to see. And I again, with so much happening around RCB, the stampede, the ground, the traveling, the uncertainty in the bowling, and all the focus on Kohli, I think Bhuvneshwar Kumar is going to have a standout season this year. So yeah, I think that's it from our end at the preview for the Royal Challengers Bangalore. And we do hope to see you for the preview of the other teams just here at Slip Coding. And we'll obviously again be previewing each and every match as well. So do if you've made it until here, do subscribe and do tune in for every match, post every match for the review and the previews. Thank you.